Hey everyone, so what is this? My first juice pouch tutorial on this channel. I mean, I have some on my old channel, my Sarah Lynn T channel, but those are due for major updates and redos. What do I have on there, you say? A tutorial for how to make a juice pouch purse, and I have the basic juice pouch wallet, but really it's kind of like a change pouch slash gift card holder. You can use it as a wallet if you want. I mean, it fits money. But in this video, I'm showing you something brand new that you've never seen before because I've only made one. I gave it to my dad actually like a year or so ago. No, I never made another one, but I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna borrow your wallet. He's like, you're an Indian giver. I'm like, I'm borrowing it, I'm not taking it. Here it is. It's a tri-fold wallet, so you guys better be happy, as in guys, as in boys. Like, I always say, hey guys, but you boys and men, manly people, better be happy that I'm making this more masculine tutorial for you guys, even though it's sewing. Hey, men can sew. It's not pink or purple, it's macho colors. I think a bunch of people are gonna stop watching just because I said that. And I opened it upside down. Leave it to me. Try this again. This is a tri-fold wallet. It has a Velcro closure. It opens up to reveal a clear ID pouch over here. There's 2 pockets in the middle and 2 pockets on this side. And then it has the actual billfold part. Spiffy if I do say so myself. Oh, and check out my nails. I know not all of you are excited about that. They're bows, and that's why I did this tutorial today. For the clear billfold, I use the backs of these old Kool-Aid jammers that I have. You can always use clear tape. Also, packaging comes with a lot of clear plastic. A minimum of 6 juice pouches to make this complete wallet with the pockets and billfold. It may be a couple more, depending on how you want to make it. Also, I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to sew it with a sewing machine. You'll need a sewing machine, and then you'll need some thread and a bobbin for your sewing machine. If you're sewing by hand, you do all the same steps, but you just do them by hand. You'll need a needle and thread. Here's my giant Credo juice pouches that I have to use. This isn't my entire stash, believe it or not. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who don't, that I sell all of these juice pouch creations. I have a tote bag that has yet to be tutorialized, but I will get to it soon, I promise. And I also have this 3-wide style of purse right here. I also forgot to mention you'll need some Velcro, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. Here's my sewing machine. I sew without this part on here. There's a plastic part that goes on here. I don't really know why. I think I just like having a more open space to work with. I have a Singer Featherweight too, so if you have a different sewing machine than I do, that's all fine and dandy, but don't try and ask me questions about how to use it because I will not know. I'm not a professional sewer. I just know how to get by on what I need to do. The length of my wallet is just under 9 3/4 inches. The first step is to get 2 whole juice pouches. You don't need to cut anything off of these. All you have to do is put them facing the same way, overlap one of them like this. And when you have them overlapped, then you can measure and see if it equals the length you want. Then you're going to use a zigzag stitch. You don't have to if you don't have it or if you're sewing by hand, but it's just to give it a little more durability. As you can see on the wallet I already made, I have 2 zigzag stitches on this outside panel. So you're going to make a zigzag stitch here, straight down, and when you flip it over to the back, you'll see that there's this part too, so you'll want to sew a zigzag stitch there as well. And remember, every time you start and stop your stitch, you're going to back tack or back stitch, whatever you call it. There should be instructions in your manual if you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh yes. Sewing machine on. Place the juice pouches in there. Put the presser foot down. Turn the dial on the side or wherever it is on your machine until the needle's all the way down into the juice pouches. And then, depending on your sewing machine, you should have a foot pedal to use. And you're just going to push that down to start the stitching. So, like that. And there's the back tack. I don't know if you can tell, but you're going to back tack and make a straight stitch down using a zigzag stitch though. You're going to take it out, cut. Here's the stitch, and then like I said, you're going to put another one over here. So here's the first panel. For the inside panel, you're going to line up 2 more juice pouches the same way that you did for the outside. You don't want as much to overlap this time, so when you measure out your length, you're going to cut some of this off. As you can see in this wallet that I did, the stitches are closer together on the inside because I cut a little bit off. Also, for the rest of this wallet, I'm going to switch it from zigzag to straight. Before you sew your inside, make sure it's the exact same length as the outside that you just sewed. Alright, so here's the panel I just stitched for the inside, and as you can see, there are 2 stitches that run along right there. Both panels are exactly the same length and height because I didn't cut anything off the height. Threads you can cut off at any point. I usually cut them off at the end. Next comes sewing in the pockets, and what you're going to do is you're going to sew every pocket to this inside panel that we just sewed. I'm going to cut all the pockets now, so I'm using a clear ID pocket, 2 pockets for the middle, and 2 pockets for this left side. When you're cutting your pockets, make sure you only use 1 layer of the juice pouch. Every juice pouch has 2 layers. Then fold your inside panel into 3 even sections and make creases so you know where they are when you open it back up. You need to make sure that none of your pockets cross the crease because then it won't close. Alright, I'm going to show you the approximate length of the pockets, and if you hear the refrigerator, it's being annoying, it turned on. The ID holder is nearly 4 inches across and just about 3 inches wide. The pockets for the middle section, one is about 3 inches wide, almost 2.5 inches tall. The other middle pocket, again, 3 inches wide, almost 3.5 inches tall. Then for the left side, it's a tad over 3 inches wide and just under 3 inches tall. The other left pocket is, again, just over 3 inches wide, about 3.5 inches tall. You can tweak all of these measurements just a little bit to fit your specific wallet and for the desired look that you're going for with the pockets. Now it's time to sew all of your pockets to the inside panel. I'm going to start with the ID pocket and show you how it's done. Remember only to sew on 3 sides, the top, the right, and the bottom. Here is this pocket sewed on. You can see the stitch, and it opens over here. Now when you're sewing the 2 middle pockets on, or if you want to have 3, you can have however many you want. You're going to sew the taller one on first, and you're only going to sew 3 sides again, but you're going to sew the left, right, and bottom. When that's sewed on, you're going to put the smaller one on top of it, and again sew the side, the bottom, and the other side. Same thing over here on the left. You're going to sew this large pocket on, and you're going to sew it on the sides and the bottom. Then you're going to put this smaller pocket on top of it, and you're going to make sure that all these pockets line up with the bottom of the wallet. Sew on the sides and the bottom of the smaller pocket. Now all of the pockets are sewn on. Now cut 2 pieces of Velcro. You're going to open up each square and put the pokey side over here on the corners. Put this piece up on the corner, and then you're going to make a stitch on the top and the right side of the Velcro. It will stay on just fine, but if you're worried about it coming off, you can always put some glue or something underneath. But you can't put stitches over here on the clear plastic, or else your ID won't slide in anymore. There's that. Sew that onto the bottom corner. When your Velcro is sewed onto the inside panel, you need to take the outside panel, silver sides facing each other, and line them up. Make sure to hold this side really tightly so these sides line up. Fold the left side over and fold the right side over on that. You'll see where the Velcro meets the panel. Where it meets, you can take a Sharpie marker if you want. Make a dot on there to where you should sew it on. Unfold them. Take your outside panel. Wherever the marks are, that's where you're going to sew on the Velcro. And for this Velcro, you can sew all 4 sides down. If this seems confusing, here's the wallet I already made. You can tell where the Velcro is on here. So that's all you're doing, is sewing Velcro on. Then the final step is to join both panels together and make sure that all the pockets are on and all the Velcro is on, and sew along the right side, the entire bottom, and the left side, and make sure you sew them together. Alright, and there you have it. Everything is completely sewed together. Make sure to trim off all of the extra threads, and if there's any uneven edges, you can trim off that as long as you're not cutting the stitches. And then just fold it over and seal it up with the Velcro, and it's done. Voila! Here I have a Subway gift card to demonstrate because I love oven roasted chicken subs and I'm boring and I get like the same thing every time I go to Subway. One pocket, two pockets. And the middle pockets, you could change this if you wanted, but I have them shorter. I mean, if you want them higher up, you can do that. But the card sticks out more in that one. And then that one goes in like that. And the clear ID pouch right there. Bam! I hope to be getting to some different tutorials like a lunchbox, some type of keychain, possibly a pinwheel. It's a really cool notebook cover that you can like put a pen into. I'm going to be trying to get more juice pouch tutorials up as I can. If you're interested in purchasing anything, check out my Etsy shop or just leave me a message on here and we can work out a deal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out all of my links in the down bar, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and have a great day. Bye! Then if you'd like to include, I can't even say include. So, alright.